I might occasionally switch into gallery mode just so I can see what Joe's up to.
Yeah.
I'll pin
Thanks.
you, I'll pin me for now. Okay. All right, so if we can form like a semicircle, so the screen that would be just there. Okay, so just turn into 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Let's get wake you up again. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. Bear in mind all these exercises, not just for the body, you should be putting in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. So focus wherever you're turning, whatever you're doing. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. It's all about energy generation. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And relax. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of, this is letting go of the day, generating a bit of energy, waking yourself up, putting a smile on your face, all of that stuff. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Off. Notice that you move it, your mind is still going. That's the floor. Moving from our centers, we're trying to stay aligned. So I don't want to be doing this. I want to be moving as a unit. So my arms are nice and relaxed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can hold and breathe. And maybe to ask your body a little bit more. And breathe. And then ask you what you can do. Cool, back up. And then you're going to open up your legs. You're going to rest your forearm on your left leg. You're going to look at your right foot, and you're going to move your side body towards your left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to do the reverse on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. And breathe. Find some more. Let's see if we can find some more. And on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. And breathe. And find some more. Breathe. And did you find some more? Going forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And up. That's what we're going to do at the end of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. And breathe. Let me find some more. Oh, I'm just strained, but I did find some more. Okay, good. Hold your toes together. Just let the weight of your knees fall outwards. The soles of your feet are together. You've got a nice stroke back. Let the weight go. Let it go. And let's start to introduce a little bit of focus on where your legs meet your hips. Think about opening that space up. Head towards your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me last breath, and continue. Okay, so this one, particularly if you've not done it before, be careful. Ease your way back. If you have to support yourself there and stop, then that's fine. Let your elbows out if you can go further. Let your elbows out, let your elbows out. You're looking to come back, put your hands behind you. You try to bring your legs together. But only go as far as your body allows. Which may not be very far. And then you come back up, and then we'll do a nicer version back, stretching your belly the other way. So, hand out in front, rest your forehead on the floor, and just kind of notice your spine, relax it. And move forward, keeping your nose to the floor, and arch up. Keeping your hips down low and back. Hips low, nose low, keep the hips low, arch up. Bendy today. And back. And forward. Toes under. Do a plank. Hold it for a second. 4, 3, or 4, or 5, or 6, or 7. Back into your down dog. And moving the face forward to your hands. Then on your palms, this hand. And you can release. Slowly unfurl. And now we're going to put a bit of movement into our hips. So if you've got a hula hoop, keep it spinning. Rigid. Monkey going down. And then back the other way. You're upside. I'll probably be pretty now. And just put a shoulder roll. Back the other way. All right, so if you guys form a semicircle when I move, right? More. Nice. Okay, so what we're looking at tonight is positive relaxation. And basically, we need to understand what that means. So what does relaxation mean? To a lot of people, it just means kind of there's no tension in their body, that their muscles are soft. They can finally give up for the day, okay? So you've finally given up for the day, you're flopped in your settee, your chair. You don't have to do anything, you just flick a switch and the television's on. You can give up for the day now, okay? So if I then test, there's kind of no life in her. And it's very easy to knock her over.
Surely this is the positively relaxed state, isn't it? This is absolutely positive, she's relaxed.
She's positive she's relaxed, but she's not in fact positively relaxed. So it's very easy to move somebody in that state. I'm hoping that Joe's trying this with Carol, and gentle touch to find movement in the body. Okay, so now all we're going to do is we're going to liven Laura up a bit, we hope. So think of those situations where you're having the most fun, okay? Knocking walls over or whatever it happens to be. Okay. So playing with your hedgehog probably, or something like that. Something that really makes you feel good. So your body is nice and relaxed, but so is your mind, and it's engaged with what you're thinking about. And now there's no movement in her body at all. She's absolutely rock solid. And if you do an unbendable arm for me, neither can I bend that. Whereas if you can just flop out, it's like spaghetti. And so this state of positive relaxation is so much more powerful than just being relaxed per se. So we need to understand that when we're seeking relaxation in Aikido, is this positive relaxation. It's this energized state of being. Okay? When you're in that state, you kind of take on board everything that's going on around you, and you enjoy it. When you don't really take in much. Yes, and that's not wielding natter could be behind you. You probably miss it. All right, so pair up, be imaginative, find ways of testing it. Okay?
Essentially, would you say that then if someone is completely top over, what's the negative relaxation?
Okay, hold on, you know, my camera a bit. Okay, so I want you to relax your body. Again, all the muscles soft.
Absolutely. Positive.
Okay, but yeah, it's been kind of one of those days, and you settle down, but wow, you just whacked. Very easy to move. When I'm testing here, it's, I hope Dean will confirm, it's a really light touch. It's okay. If he is energized, it's still the same light touch, but now I can feel his center, he feels strong. So I increase the power just to show him how strong that is. But I always start the same. I'm trying to find out what's going on in his body. So I'm touching, but I'm sensing what's going on with his center and seeing if there's any movement. If there is, I just follow that through. If I feel his center, he feels strong, I'd still carry on through, but you don't get that movement. And sideways for me. What's very important is that you're not going on, off, because that will move his mind and he will lose his center. You can do the off one, but you have to be trained. Okay, light touch. You're already extending, and then you affirm to your partner. If he's lost it, they already begin to move at that first touch. So you just carry on going. Okay. You carry on with those two for a second. Let's see if there's anything going on at the other end of the world. How are we doing, Joe and Carol? Okay, 2 thumbs up. That's what we like to see. I did just show you this unbendable arm state, so you can test. So do I feel relatively soft?
Not really. It's kind of tension and
Soft. Good. So he's having to put quite a lot of effort in, and I'm not putting so much effort in. Indeed, actually, I'll show a bit more interesting what we're doing. I'll just show curiosity in what he's doing. It really takes away all the stress of whatever's going on, because all my attention is just on being curious on what he's doing, and that gives me a real power. Now that power is another expression of this positive relaxation, and it becomes really useful when he grabs me, because if I try and fight him, if he's got more strength or more momentum than me, very often I'll be knocked over. Not always. If I'm stronger than him, maybe I can hold him out, maybe I can knock him over. But I don't want to waste this energy. So I can just positively relax, just keep this energy here nice and relaxed. And in my mind, I take this and I drain it down my back foot. So the harder he pushes, the more he pins me to the floor. And then, and then just when we got bored with it, then we decide that we're going to move. So it allows me to shift in relatively easily. Okay, so let's just try that. Or I'll go. Okay, so just press on. Okay, so I lightly put one hand on her forearm, on the joint here. I touch here. I come not to the tips of the fingers, that's a harder test, and I gently try to bend. If there's nothing going on, it bends very easily. If she uses strength, and I relax, it will still bend. If I use strength and she uses strength, it becomes a fight, and one of us will win and one of us will lose. So, as a tester, I always stay relaxed. It's either good or it's bad. So now she's going to use this positive relaxation. And now this is, again, I can feel the wall of power. I can really build it up, but I know I'm not going to get through. So I'm going to push. You're going to take this and drain it down the back leg. So at some point, you can decide that you want to move forward. Very good, on the side. So when I'm trying hard, what's the likelihood that I'm being very relaxed? Probably not. All my attention is in this push. There's a lot of muscle tension here. If she can stay relaxed, she has the upper hand. So now she's going to test me. I relax. And then I go.
There's no difference. Small difference.
And when we move, we don't move from our arms. We move from our center. So if it will help you, place your finger just below your belly button and imagine that is the first thing to move. Oh, you want some push.
Well, there's many sorts.
Oh no!
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Oh. I think you said,
Handshake chapter.
there. Yeah. It's interesting. It's kind of like the body positioning, kind of like, and not just obviously the heel, it has to be in perfect contact, anchored to the ground, but the torso needs to be properly positioned as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, you want to be fairly open for this.
What happens? Okay.
Close at this time.
You mean kind of like torso?
Yeah, if you're sideways on,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier to take this straight down there. Set up a nice triangle, doesn't it? So that's why it's so strong. But I didn't want to be open to that. It's not so strong with the push. Maybe okay, I'm just checking. You carry on. How are we doing on the other side of the world? Are we still doing okay? Okay, good. Yeah. Any questions?
I think you have questions. No, it's okay.
Okay, good. Okay, so I have a different way of showing this. So, Dino. So if I'm kneeling down and Dino tries to push me over, I reckon he's got quite an advantage. I'm going to fall down quite easily. So this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug into Dean, so to speak. So I join with him. Am I holding you hard? No. So my touch is very light. Okay. But what I'm doing is I'm joining up with his energy line, and I'm going to take that down through my elbow, down through my center to the floor. That's what I'm doing in my imagination. Do tell me if I push that. Okay, carry on. Green. So watch what happens if I do push back. That's what happens. You've got someone strong, they're going to power through you, they've got the height, they've got the advantage, and I've given him, through pushing back, some tension to play with. Yeah, well, so I have to be very positively relaxed. If it's this sort of dead relaxation, there's nothing there at all. I'll go straight away. So hopefully you can see that my back is fairly straight. It's sitting above my hips. I don't want to be starting like this. I don't want to be starting like that. I don't want to be like this because I immediately feel powerless when I collapse my spine. So I'm engaging my spine, I'm engaging my body, I'm engaging my center, I'm connecting with my partner, and I'm going to receive what he gives me. So it's like he's putting electricity into me, And I'm using that to hold me to the floor. Right, do I say light?
Very, very, very light.
Okay, good. Try that. If I push you guys to that. For the moment. No, the star show or anything. Probably a little bit more. Okay, so if he's kind of not, he's relaxed but not engaged, it's just, well, just pointless, really. Okay, if you try to resist, again, that's good. I'll let him,
Faster.
yeah, I'll let him connect with his arms this time. Okay. I'm really giving it some, and he's not, and it's very frustrating. He's holding that really, really well. So if I want to be able to work with this person, rather than going with strength, then what I do is I soften as well. I did really well there to hold that. You should take your favourite arms down. Yeah, very good. So it's a much harder test to pass if I stay relaxed and he stays relaxed. You did a really good job. Okay, and then you straight. Just light touch. Literally, I'm just touching, I'm not clinging on, I hope. If my knuckles go white, I'm probably clinging on. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Come on, boy, don't collapse. Oh.
Yeah, that's good.
So basically, when somebody is giving us energy, we can choose to receive it or we can choose to try and fight it. It's much easier to receive it and use it. Then he creates the power for the movement. I don't need to. I don't need to use strength because that's weak. I let him decide the shape of the movement. I'm able to not only keep myself safe, but I'm able to make sure that he's safe too. So I'm going to pretend he's Carol, who hasn't done Aikido before. So I can take him here, and I can show him that his balance is gone. Or I can protect him, and I don't have to throw him. Yep. So you can try this. Don't fight it, just go in the direction that your partner wants to go. How do you know where your partner wants to go? Because you have a feeling in your body. You know if he's pushing or pulling or maybe pushing to the side. The thing is to respond appropriately. So if he's pushing, trying to fight it is not sensible. I can do one of two things. I can do this, and then that stays neutral. Or I can choose to bring this situation to an end. If he pulls me, I can do that, which is never smart, because the top of the body tends to go before the bottom, but he's not expecting me to go with this. That's quite disconcerting. What you can't see is there's a wall behind him, so it's not good for him if we keep going as well. And if he goes to the side, that's not sensible. My arm's following this, but my body isn't. Now I'm not as positively relaxed as I'd like to be. So if a bit of me goes, all of me goes. I don't know when you go that direction. But
This well, not with this. It's very hard. That's only maybe.
But again, if you went that way, I would go that way. But as he says, it would be a stupid thing for him to do. Okay, so with your partner, if you have one, play a bit. Don't tell them if you're going to push or pull, but try to let this be your measuring instrument that's telling you what's going on with this person and allow it to move accordingly. But then move your body with it. So don't move just the arm, move your body with it. Okay. Always I want to see the world from his perspective. So coming to his place is always nice. Now I know exactly where he's at. So we do that with our bodies, but we also do it with our mind. Things are coming in. If I want to do this to him, I've just disconnected from him. I'm not really seeing it the way he is. I want to feel where he wants to go. Up, and then he wants to go down. If I just want to go down and he wants to go up, what we have there is a clash. Not good for now. Be very careful.
Yeah, just change one of the direction.
So, you can move the head. Yeah. Very well. So big a bad reaction. Sorry. Did you see how easily you moved there? Yeah.
Impossible.
So we never want to really force anything on our partner. Because as human beings, none of us like being forced to do anything. So if I am going to move with this body, it's always gentle movements. Don't let me get away with liberties, right? Okay. Let me get away with liberties. Not quite. Okay, so if I pull in, most people will resist. Okay. Now I'm getting treated as I deserve to. But if I kind of literally bring him to me, it's a caress. This is really hard to resist. Would you agree? And now I can move easily, and it's very easy to move with my partner. I'm never trying to move against my partner. I'm always trying to move with them. So we're in effect all part of the same system. As soon as it's me against him instead of us, then who knows who's going to win this. Bouncing me around. Okay, so basically he wants to go this way. So let him. In that direction. It's when we start to try to resist these things that we get into trouble. So if he's trying to force me in a direction, I always go with it because it's his power that leads to his throne, not me. At least that's the aim. Okay. Okay. So this move is known as first form Sankyo. That's Victoria Sankyo. And the trick is to be very connected to your partner throughout the movement. So I'm going to switch off my positive relaxation, do the same shape. Oh, he's still standing there. What's gone wrong here? I did the same movement, worked brilliantly before, and he's still standing at me. In fact, he's smirking at me, and he's ready to hit me if he wants to. Okay, so now I have to engage with it. I am already engaged with him. He can feel it. This is protecting me. That unbendable arm is protecting me. This I can drop down his center line. He's human, so he wants to come up. I'm already engaged with him. So I'm already sending a powerful energy. So you can say, I really am interested in you. Where do you want to go? You want to go there. How about the floor? Would that be good for you? You'll notice that wrists are twisty things. And we don't like them being twisted very hard. It hurts. And I can move him with pain, but he's taught to keep his center and not react to that. And while I'm busy doing this, there's a possibility for him to hurt me. Because I'm now focused on this, not the system. I'm not engaged with us anymore. There's no positive relaxation here. This is me trying to force a technique on him. I don't do this technique. I just send my energy to him. It keeps me safe, but I keep my attention on him because he's very interesting. Now, so put down there. Let's come down to the floor and see what's going on down there. Yes, it really is good. So this may look like it's very hard to achieve, but you do this every day. When you're interested in somebody in a conversation, you focus on them, you give them all your attention, and they know it. And they feel that you really are, you're together in this conversation. It is an us moment as human beings. It's not a me and you. I can be, you know, oh yeah, yeah, very interesting. And then you get the impression that I'm not interested in what you're saying at all. You get the opposite impression. And you think, well, what a waste of a time sharing that was. It could be positive information, it could be a bad news, but just a waste of time because it hasn't got in. All the time, I'm really interested. What's going on here? Where would he like to go? I don't know, but where would he like to go? But maybe that's not a great starting place. So we start off with something fairly neutral. I know he's alive because I can't get in there. But I can move this system from the outside. There is easy. That's not really having much impact on it, but I get lots of movement here. So we go to drop it down. Now he's out of alignment, he wants to come up. That's predictable. So, when we shake hands, to me, this is a really important piece of human communication. Okay, so you can't feel it, but you'll all understand what I'm saying. So if I put nothing into this, I call this the dead fish handshake. That he's got hold of me, or hold of him, okay? And there's nothing coming back. It's horrible. It's really horrible. Equally, if someone crushes your hand, that's not very nice either. Or you know, the real command and control one where you take both hands, that's not very nice. What you want is a meeting of minds. We're 50-50 in this, and we both can feel the energy of the other. I'm not trying to overstep his boundary. He's not trying to overstep my boundary. We can feel each other though. And you know, what does that mean energetically? Well, you'll all have your own experience of it. I'm not going to try and explain it to you because you've all done it and you know what I mean here. Okay, and this is what I'm doing in these techniques. He's not holding my hand, but we are engaged. I'm not trying to overwhelm. I'm not trying to enter, I'm not trying to back off from this, I'm certainly not going dead fish. I'm engaged with it. And I can move with my partner. And I can stay interested in it at all times. It doesn't matter if that's not the shape you end up choosing to do, but I just want you to show that interest in your partner. So Joe, if you wanted to show something simpler, that's absolutely fine. But this idea of not trying to overwhelm, observe the boundaries, join the system together, and work together is what we're aiming for. Okay? Okay. Lord. So, the line So where do you want me to go? That's the place. Yes. It's really important that we understand that energy goes to different places to our body. So when I let my hand fall, because it's connected to my shoulder, it's always going to come backwards to me. If energetically I follow that, so will she. She'll come in. And that's not what I want. I want her on the floor there. So when I drop my arms, my energy goes off. That's what she feels, and that's where she will go.
Yeah, cannot let go. I told you, you have this excitement. It has to really be. Oops. I suppose stay with this. Even to do that. As well. Sorry about that. More than
Yeah. So you're trying to enter? Yeah. You can't enter. Stay on the outside. That's easy. Yes.
Thank you first. So it's good as a thank you. Yes.
You might observe the desire to come into this space is strong. If it's getting harder to move her, or your partner, sorry, then that's what you're doing. You're trying to burst the bubble. It's got force field around. I can't get into that. So I stay on the outside and keep it nice and tight. How do I know I'm staying on the outside? Because it stays easy. As soon as it gets harder, I know I've blown it. Well, this is good. So it should be easy. If you're making it hard for yourself, that's the reason why you're trying to enter their space.
So it's not so different way. Yes. No, just look. More. Even this is the move. No. That's it.
So you clap each other. Things never stay the same. You're always working with a different partner, with a different shape and size. They come with a different energy. Even if it's the same partner, you don't know what their mood is, you don't know what you're going to receive. So what I have to do here, when I'm shorter than Laura, is completely different to when I'm standing up. I can't reach any higher than that without getting uncomfortable. So I just stay here. I'm fine with that. I must stay relaxed.
Since you're there,
And then I drop down.
let me.
Now it's not me that's reached the height of where I can go, but you can see that when I do that, I disconnect from the system. So that's no good to me. I'm opening myself up with a punch. Here, she's just slightly off balance. I'm safe. But she can still hold on. If she didn't hold on, I can come in. So she needs to hold on. How are we doing with all of that? Thumbs up. Okay, I think that's thumbs up.
Sorry. Can I just go clank? What are you doing?
Joined in there.
Yeah. It's marvelous. Let me just tell you. So who's the teacher here? I am a bit, but it's her body that's the teacher. It's telling her everything she needs to know. My role here is just to say, are you listening? Are you listening? Because if you listen, you'll have the answer. And you have to remind students quite a lot of times to listen. Okay, but the information's there. Yeah. It's very strange. But the mind's a bigger thing. Why did she get back up? Because I didn't send my mind to the floor. Send it to the floor. That's where she'll go. So through the floor, she'll get there quicker. Just drop your arm. That's what will happen. You solve the problem for a tenth of a second, and then she's ready to go again. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it would stay. Don't press on you. No, you're right. Always, yeah, it's a strain. Oh, why did you maybe let me go so far? It's got there. So as soon as your arm is saying it's tightening, go in a different direction. There you go. Yes. That's smart. You were saying about this. Yeah. Because this is. Yeah. But I think you can actually get up because you really had a good base. Yeah. Okay. Right. Let me see if I can go back again. Let's explore. Because really this beautiful. Right. Okay, so here, I was going to do something different. I read my mind well, but that's absolutely fine. So now I just come on top. So he's trying to push in. I can't get him, but I can turn. Now I'm on top of the situation, literally. Whereas if I go here, he's on top of the situation. So, experience, but also my body says, stupid, he's getting closer to me, or, oh, no, that's okay. But again, I tried to force that, and you saw what happened. So as soon as I start trying to use strength, I disengage from the system, and I've opened myself up to the problem. He wants to come up. I let him in. He's trying to get in. Why do I stop him? I don't stop him. I say, that's okay. I allow that to happen. Yeah. So literally, all I'm doing is turning and dropping. I'm following his momentum.
I suppose my job is to just go straight to that.
And you see, that's quite powerful. But who's creating the energy for this? It's not me. It's him. I'm just joining in with the system and moving with it. But I'm using my smarts to stay safe. Yeah, to preserve my space, actually, so I can preserve him as well. Because I don't know what he's capable of. He's obviously a nutter. So, I want to keep him safe in the eye.
Oh, the secret's out.
The secret is out. Okay, let's try that. Sure. Okay, that's so I'm coming in. I want to stay safe. Falling backwards from here is not going to be very comfortable. So as I'm going down, I've developed the habit of getting this toe behind me then I can kneel, but the force carries on, so then I can sit, and then I can roll, and I'm ready for action again. So when that happens quickly, you don't see that happening, but that's what my body's programmed to do after training for a long time. And my back acts like a rocker on a rocking horse. And every bit of my spine is getting a bit of a massage, and it's none of it's taking impact, at least minimal impact. It's being distributed throughout my body. If it's on the other side, other foot.
Yes, I'm actually at more of my left ankle a bit better.
Yeah, well, it happens quickly.
Yeah.
It's instantaneous.
Suppose I can even get out of the way, just get the feet forward.
He's taking everything I'm giving him, and just following that perfectly, keeping himself safe, but keeping me away from harming him and also harming myself. You'll notice that I'm moving a little bit more. I can drop him here, that's fine. But maybe there's a small moment where he can possibly attack me. Maybe not. If I come just slightly to the outside, you take away that possibility. Only slightly blind. That won't do it. I've got to stay with it. As long as I say, oh, after you. There you are, there's the space. Please have it.
And my feet actually kind of like, really kind of like push forward as I fall backwards. I need more.
Now relax.
Now move while I'm doing this.
So, if we come here, there's not much connection between us, so now he can try and relax down. It's really hard work. If you can get all that skin, touching skin, it's instantaneous. So you're always looking in Aikido for more touch. The more you can touch, the easier it is. Yeah. So there. This is difficult. Actually, I've got no control of him. I've moved out of the way of the line of power, but actually, I've got no control of him, and I am not worried about the other hand now. We're here, not so much. I feel safe here. We're together. Very easy to detect what's going on. So, if he chooses to come around to maybe get rid of that, I can move because I can feel everything that's going on. And if he stops, well, then I can go back. I can go back to him.
Almost.
Okay, it's really subtle, but he's not completely covered my wrist. He's got a couple of fingers across it. It was nearly there, but it wouldn't be as good as if his palm was covering the whole of my wrist and he's slightly on the outside.
That's what breathe.
Yeah, good. Oh. Okay, good point. So, when things get tough and you start getting a bit tense, have you ever noticed what happens to your breathing? You usually stop breathing. Yeah, it's kind of you push and pull. Stop breathing. If you just breathe, it's almost as if you're giving up. Oh, for goodness sake. It's that kind of feeling, that exhalation of the breath produces an exhalation of energy. Oh, for goodness sake. Breathe again.
Sorry?
Breathe again.
Yep. Yes, it's the last one.
Yes, down is where you want to be.
Has to be within the in-breath the next time rather than try to.
Yes.
Has to kind of be as natural as possible.
When we come to here, it's quite natural. We know that his body's going to move forward. And without you knowing, your energy tends to go forward. And now you can escape, can't you?
A little bit, yeah. So if you can get up there. Okay.
So, good, I'm in control. Right, good, I'm in control. But you can put up there.
Almost,
I wanted you to.
well, I hoped you would. You moved to the bit.
Okay. So if I let my mind stray forward, even though he's heading to the ground, he will find that hole and he will come at me. So although I'm moving forwards, my mind is going downwards. There should be no hole. Yep. My favorite saying for this is, I'm not taking a dog for a walk. We're not supposed to be walking along together. I'm supposed to be bringing this to a stop. Let's think about what you want to do next. Okay. So let's talk about breathing, okay? You can see that that generates power in movements, but it's also integral to your life. Think about when you get stressed, what happens to your breathing? It's usually quicker and shallower. Yeah? When you're really relaxed, like heading towards sleep, what happens to your breath? Slows right down and it gets deeper to the point where you start to yawn. Kind of thing. Really slow, steady rhythm usually for most of us when we sleep. So when we want to, if we're feeling a bit stressed, it's very hard to just ignore the stress until you focus on something else. And what you can do is you can focus on your breath. So we'll do a breathing exercise. Just kind of note how you feel before you start. Hopefully you're not too stressed, but there's a layer of relaxation that maybe you'll be able to push through. And you'll notice that you soften more and you become more relaxed as you do the exercise. And after a while, you might notice a few thoughts passing through your head, like, oh my goodness, my lungs feel a bit constrained. Oh, I can't breathe as long as they can. After a while, you'll just find your own rhythm. You'll stop thinking and you'll just focus on the rhythm of your breathing. That's what I would like you to do. And then notice how everything stills, how you begin to notice much more in your body and what's going on around you. Okay, so let's try that. Find a position that's comfortable for you. So we're coming into a traditional Aikido sitting arrangement. It's called Seiza, but don't do it if it's going to be painful for you. I'd rather you sat cross-legged or sat on the chair or you stood or you lay on the floor. I'm going to place my left hand in my right hand. Put my two thumbs together. Very traditional way of doing it. Who knows whether it actually impacts on your breath, but this is what we do. Before we start, I'm going to notice my body. I'm going to notice whether my back is supported by the spine. I am not hunched over. I'm going to let my shoulders relax. I'm going to notice my contact with the floor and feel it supporting me and how I'm connected to that. Now I'm just going to shut my eyes and I'm going to take a gentle breath in. Full breath. And then I'm going to let it out through my mouth and I'm going to make the sound of A-H-R. I'm not going to force it out. I'm going to let it flow out. And when I get to the end, I'll take another gentle breath in and I'll try to extend the breath in. It comes from the bottom of your lungs. through your nose. Let them fill up your lungs fill gradually. When you get to the top, just straighten your head a little bit. And then you begin the process of breathing out through the mouth. And you get no more instructions from me, just go through that routine. In your own time, you can come back to the room. So I'm going to go around the room and then I'm going to come to you guys on the screen and ask how you feel now. So, what did you notice? As I was getting more and more into breathing, slowly right down, slower.
Relax now on the side.
So, relaxed or relaxed and at peace.
Relax and at peace.
Yeah, there's kind of serenity that comes with this. At least that's what I find. It's one of my personal experiences.
Well, having quite a strong headache, now I have a lot less. Still there, but it's a lot less.
So there you go. It has a big impact on my body. For me, yes, I feel calmer. Yes, it got longer. Yes, I feel serene. But also I began to notice things that I wasn't noticing when we were practicing. I could notice the television that's next door. I could hear the whir of the computer. I became much more aware of those things that were going on. So if you can unmute over there.
Yes. What I noticed when I bent my head forward, it was kind of shrinking my chest, and the breathing comes from the chest. And then intentionally, I started to breathe from my belly, and then helped me to raise up again. So,
okay. What did you find? Did you find that? How did you feel at the end of it?
It was very good. It was more settled and more kind of matching. Just like the whole chunk of my body. I don't know how to express that, but it just unified chest and belly, kind of that.
Okay. Do you feel more energy now than before?
Yes.
Okay.
I felt actually more relaxed. I felt more okay. I'm very good right here.
So when we feel relaxed, do we feel better able to engage with whatever problems we're facing?
Yes.
Much easier to deal with things when we're relaxed than when we're tense. What about you, Carol?
What about perguntou sua experiência? O que você achou?
I really like it. I never did before. Was my first time. But I felt like a dance for me with kind of some relaxing feelings. And I did a lot of ballet in my life. So Joanna was explaining to me the movement. And I felt like very intuitive as well.
Okay, it's funny you should talk about dancing, because what I'm trying to make the point is that we can calm our mind through our body, and actually we can untense our body with our mind. If we think of good things, things begin to relax in our body. So mind affects body, body affects mind. What do a lot of people do on a Friday night when they've had a stressful week? They go dancing.
Yes.
All their problems, they move their body, and how do they feel at the end of it? They feel energetic, they feel alive. So this is, we do this naturally. We go and play golf, we do whatever we do practice Aikido. But these are a way of finding your best self by connecting with your body, and it's hugely important. Steve, what about you?
Yeah, I feel very much more alive, much more mind and body joined. But the main of the class part today is I would regard it as Tory giving to get. In
Yes.
other words, it's attack coming in, so the more attack is solid it is, the less work Tory have to do.
That is so true. We were talking last night about control in Aikido. So when you try and fight, you've kind of lost control of the situation, you've lost control of yourself, and through that, you're not controlling your partner. Conceivably, you've got more power and strength than you can win, but you're also setting yourself up for a loss. Actual control is to feel what's going on and to be able to move with it. Now, I often find that when I walk into a wall a few times, it's not a smart thing to do. I start looking for doors and windows, and that I find really makes my life a lot more pleasant. So, but metaphorically speaking, people keep walking into walls. They have a problem, so what do? They try and batter the wall down. And if the wall's stronger than they are, it's a very uncomfortable experience. So just be smart in the way you deal with problems. So he's going to try and push me over. Now, if you notice his hands in relation to mine, my hands are on the inside, his hands are on the outside. This makes it really quite difficult to stop him. So all I have to do is embrace him. And now the relationship has changed. I'm on the outside, he's on the inside. Yep. So rather than force against force, he's got the outside track, so he has the advantage. He's connected, he can't come to the outside now. Stop him in his track. Really simple. I think because we like him. Oh, hello, Nick. So try that.
Maybe my mind goes.
Don't go right up.
Yes.
Because we never probably like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, ideally, kind of like my energy at that angle is to your energy, then I should work best. But obviously, mechanically, it's super hard to do that.
It's like you take things out of the game.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work very well.
As opposed to the mind has to go at that angle.
You just need to keep your arms straight around on the outside. Now I can't. And if you move on your but if you want your fingers pointing outwards,
also have to find the best possible situation where kind of maybe going at where your fingers are pointing, let's go to the opposite side.
That's good. So, yeah, you see the nice straight line.
Yeah. So don't actually bend more than that. Actually, you know, needs to be. So I can actually make my hands are relaxed.
Yes,
When it's
exactly.
relaxed, I've released unnecessary tension. So it's like,
Yes.
so only my weight. It's always in the door. Okay.
There's always more than one way.
There's one more one, yes.
So coming to the outside is fine. But you can also come to the inside.
But the orientation changes.
So when I bring this to my center, it's very hard for him to push it over. So that's another way of doing it. So neutral, no good. All the way in, out. Both of those are good.
Or
Down and
whatever.
up, yes.
The opposites. Because it's not to twitch, just have to wait. Yeah.
That's called cheating.
Well, all is very not worry.
True.
Yeah. Then you join. Just touch. Very nice.
So the secret to doing this, what we're doing now, which is kind of freeform, I don't know what he's going to do, is I have to stay together with him like we're in a good conversation. So if I'm giving him the evil eye, he was through me before I knew it. It's shocking, actually, horrible. I soften. I join with him. So that when he moves, I move, because I feel that change in energy. But I don't know what he's going to do. And I don't know what flow I'm going to do either. I'm just responding to what's going on. And leading this in a path that's not kind of a clash. It's using what he's given me. Take it to a different place.
Suppose I have to provide clean, honest.
He has to
honest
give
time.
that intention. Otherwise, there's nothing to follow. Obviously, after a while, you can change the rules and make it more sophisticated and more difficult. But if I'm teaching this to beginners, it will be, I'm coming. You know, I'm not going to go like Nick and I are doing. I'm going to make a much clearer signal so that my partner has a chance to get used to this, to stay calm. I don't want to take this relaxation that we've been working on all lesson and stress him out by pushing the system too hard. I have to know his boundaries and react accordingly. How did you do? Yeah, right. Good. All right. How are we doing the time?
Okay, so.
Intention idea. Also, intention idea. You know that. So he's looking to control me here. Yeah. I don't really want to be there. Take it out of the way for a start. From side to side, but only slightly. This is different. Notice how he's straightened up when I've gone a long way from him. Now he can kick me again, or he can let go and hit. Okay, and he's very stable. We can test the system. He's good. I want to use his energy to destabilize. So as he comes in, one down, one up. One down, one up. I don't come close. I don't do this. And hold him back. It's horrible. I let him come right in because that's the safest place for me, but now he's lost his balance. This has to come to here. This has to drop to here. This is not good. You have to let that fold all the way and be comfortable with the connection. Comfortable with the connection with your body, comfortable with the connection of his body. So the combination down and up is quite disturbing for him. Guess what? It's not just a body thing, it's a mind-body thing. So I'm not just making the shape. I'm putting my mind down, I'm putting my mind up. I'm stretching the energy system. Okay. And if we didn't want to throw Carol, because we probably don't yet, we would go that here. And we would just, she would know her balance was gone. We wouldn't need to throw her. But you've made the point that she came in, lost her balance. Now, if I just took a step forward, I know he's going to go down, but you both know that anyway. So just respect each other's bodies. When Carol's ready to roll, we're ready to roll. So, okay, let's go. I have to go Thia. Okay. We're in trouble. So, you just a little bit coming. Yeah. Let me just okay. So I really want that to fold up. The muscles get in the way of completely folding up. But yeah, it's to there. Yeah. So I'm waiting for me to arrive. And now you really hoisted me up. See how easy that is. So let you do the work today, right? Yeah.
Unless you just
don't really need to. I mean,
get it at that moment.
You're not really trying to enter the space. You're letting the momentum come to you.
Yeah.
Like from here.
What?
Imagine that, the next
This is all that running, all that running.
one thing you have to go in.
Notice what happens to my head as he does this. Here I am straight. Now I'm looking at the ceiling. That's a sure sign that I've lost my balance.
That time
Because I don't usually walk around like this. If I do want to look at the ceiling, I'll stop and look at the ceiling. Or lie on the floor or something. Okay. It's unfair. It is fair. So in English weight, he weighs 19 stone. I have no idea what that is in kilos.
100 plus.
Yes. 130 kilos?
Something like that. Not 100.
120?
Yes.
120 kilos. I weigh about 72 kilos. I try to use strength against that. That's just stupid. So I don't.
The action all the time.
I'm gone.
But this is a little more
Yeah.
pronounced rather than.
At least very nice. When he gets this right, my feet come off the floor. Ah, there you go. Yeah.
Well, yes, I'm giving on the energy forward. So if I don't, look, so don't do it again.
Arms closer to your body. Carol, arms closer to your body. Not away from your body. Keep it close.
Hopefully, wonderfully.
Arms close. Everything else. Not like this.
Yeah.
So I have to attack you.
Yes.
Come on.
Okay. So we're just going to finish now. All right, let's go. Yeah, tell me now. Yeah. So it's always nice to have a warm down. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Tonight we are. Okay, and I'm just gonna give a bit of gentle contact, but it's going to be quite. I'm going to put my pressure through this. Where you going? So again, you've got to be sensitive to your partner, right? So I'm not trying to crush him. I'm trying to put some energy into this. Okay, so we now found a little bit of a problem. So we're going to work on that a bit. So I'm going to put some, there's some tension here, so you guys can start. Yeah. So I'm going to put some ki into this, so some energy into this place. And now you probably can't tell, he's breathing through this. So that helps release the tension. When you find a tight spot, it can be very uncomfortable. So you've got to be quite sensitive and notice what your partner's doing. If they're screaming, you've probably got a bit too much pressure. I find it needs to be a little bit uncomfortable, but no more than a little uncomfortable to get the best results. So if I just skate over the surface, it's doing nothing.
Yeah, can't feel anything, yeah.
You need to make connection with the place that you're touching. Yeah, and you don't know how big the wrinkle is, so you know a bit more pressure for a big wrinkle, a little less pressure for a small one, right?
Stepping from
So these are obviously massage techniques. And probably good masseurs use energy and they don't even know it. It's a conscious effort on my part to give myself to my partner. So really, I'm connecting, I'm trying to feel what's going on. And when I find a problem, I put some energy into that place.
And when it's done right, you can actually feel through your hands, or perhaps like in your back, but something else is happening. It's not just pain, it's kind of something is just relaxing the tension. Not supposed to releasing the tension, but relaxing, releasing the tension.
Yeah, I was in pretty one, you have that once you do that one, very much. You got what's what I probably get always a little bit more than you do. So you're not pounding that. Yeah. But if you want to put some energy into this, it should be like that for her. So, okay. Don't smash through the drum skin. Just create the vibration.
You're not drunk.
And you can do with this. You can cup your hands, either one works quite well. Hold on.
Hey, you had it because of this, almost gone. There must have been the tension on the back. Seriously.
I could see you with that shit. You want to say it? My God, man, you got shit. Oh, my grandmother, yeah.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yes. I've got those days on probably. So again, as I'm doing it, I'm trying to keep weight down, my elbows down. I'm trying to breathe through it. A nice way of maintaining contact with your palm. So again, I'm going to come to you guys. I'll come to you guys online first. I'll give you a chance to just feedback what you got from tonight. I'll ask my crowd. So, okay. So if you'd like to unmute Joe. Steve, how did you find tonight? Steve, over to you.
I was being, yeah.
You first, Steve.
Yeah, that was fine. It was the usual what I enjoy club. That is.
Well, I'll take that as being a good thing rather than a bad thing. I'll chance it.
Well, there's nothing really bad. It's that at all.
Good.
Not
Joe,
really.
thoughts?
I really appreciate to feel unbalanced and almost wanted to roll on the mat. So it really works. Even Carol applying on me the, I don't know, the elbows, the wrists turning, and I really miss that a lot.
Well, you've got a big smile on your face, so I'm guessing it was good for you. What about you, Carol? First time, how was it?
I was really good. I love it.
Good.
It was very nice to do something new as well, you know, when you need to do something new, something different. So that I asked Joanna to enjoy the class as well.
Good. Was she gentle to you? Was she kind?
Yeah, she was.
That's good to hear. Let's find out what the others thought. Okay.
Good. Thank you, Quentin.
They had the best massaging my notes on the back. And yes, the headache is almost gone completely.
You look completely different.
Yeah. Actually, I'm awake.
No, you look like you're on 50% power.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Much better.
good. Laura. Good. Very nice. Yeah, so you should walk away from an Aikido class feeling positive and energized, not like someone's trying to kill you. If you get that feeling, you're probably in the wrong place, your class. Unless you like being killed, in which case, that's your choice, but I tend not to like that so much. And always I'm teaching on the mat, but it's a metaphor for what you can do in your daily life. So when you get stressed off the mat, try breathing for a while. Try dancing for a while. Just do something that gets you back to your best self. And we all have, well, a lot of us do have strategies, but maybe we don't rely on them. And breathing is a really quick and easy one to get to. Yeah, we can do it. Okay, so let's finish the class. So we'll finish off now with our guests. And then we're about wouldn't be the same.
you.
Any-
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Any questions you want to ask before I disappear?
Any
No,
questions?
only one. Just have some fun for us.
Well, I missed what you said, actually. Say it again.
Just have some fun for us, please.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
He bought a bottle of Velho Barreiro cachaça, and he's a good caipirinha.
You like caipirinha. I know.
Now, there's a thought. Perhaps that's what I'll do now. Okay, I'll never leave you. Maybe talk tomorrow, Joe, probably. Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye
We'll talk
bye.
tomorrow. Bye, Quentin.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye. Nice to meet you, Carol.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Yeah, it's like I'm used to